And coming to you today from Portland, Oregon, on the banks of the beautiful Willamette River. And David Aldridge is standing.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for him.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. And for Portland, they've got Enes Kanter, Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the two-guard spot. Here's Lillard. He's as potent an offensive player as you're going to find in this league. He averages almost 30 points a game. Lets the three fly. And that one is off. And the Lakers going the other way now. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight. To give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some rest.
Pass to Trent. He's looking for Lillard and finds him over James. And Covington stays with it.
Boy, how about the effort and energy that time by Covington? Just worked his way right to the glass and got the follow-up basket.
Here's LeBron, and James throws it down.
Special. There just aren't many guys like him who can accelerate to the rim and finish in style.
Pass to Lillard. Jones looking for an opening. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on LeBron James. Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings midseason?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change, but sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 16s, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
Lillard against James. Lillard attacking. Morris with the rebound.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Passes it to LeBron. Lets it go from the wing. Lakers passing it around. Stolen by Kanter. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
On the wing, James. Now the pass to Schroeder. LeBron against Covington. And finished off by LeBron.
LeBron James throwing it down is a thing of beauty, an incredible athlete who makes dunking look as easy as it can look.
Lillard, the pass to Trent. .153 left in the first quarter of the game. And it's Lillard missing.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Trailblazers trail by 3. Anthony, the pass to Simons. Trying to find Covington, gets it to him, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Los Angeles making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. Good on the shot.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Anthony, the pass to Simons. He kicks to Hood, dishes to Carmelo. Pass to Cantor, just 5 on the clock. Kuzma against Anthony. Kuzma pulls it in. Los Angeles leading by 5. Harrell finds Kuzma. And no good. Good work defensively by Anthony. Cantor, the pass to Carmelo. Here's Simons. Out to Hood, to the paint. Outside, Covington. The 3. Here's Cantor. Anthony in the corner. Cantor, and Cantor able to finish.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Here's Caruso. Powered down with both hands.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Right back after this break. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And if you're just joining us...
Oh, yes, sir. Come on, bring it. It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
Cantor kicks to Covington. Pass to Simons. Anthony up on top, covered by Morris. Good. Anthony's got his first 2 points.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
LeBron against Covington. And the dunk by James.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficient.
Passes it to Simons. Kicks it to Cantor. Gasol with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And LeBron throws it down.
And, you know, you come to expect this type of play from LeBron. I mean, he's relentless when he's in attack mode.
Covington dishes to Carmelo. And there's the pass to Simons. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Rebounded by the Lakers. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And it says a lot about you that even when you're not at your best, they definitely were still in that game and able to win comfortably.
They were better than the box score might indicate because they were solid in execution, more so than the stats would show.
Portland moving the ball around. Here's Simons. He's guarded by Schroeder. Puts it up. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one. 3 straight baskets in transition now. They'll want to end that trend in a hurry.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another grab.
And Morris throws it down.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Anthony, the pass to Hood. He feeds it to Lillard. And the rejection by Harrell. Here's LeBron. No good there. Now Portland takes it the other way. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That's his first foul. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Schroeder kicks to James. Inside. And Harrell slams it in.
Like the sun rising every day, you can count on LeBron to have his head up scanning the floor and finding the open man.
James against Lillard. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Morris, and it's Alex Caruso in for James.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Back to Lillard. The 17-footer. Out to Anthony. Outside, Jones. Lillard left side. Another shot. And he lays it up and in. Lillard's got 7 points for the quarter.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Here we go, one-on-one. Cantor dishes to Carmelo. And stolen by Harrell. And here's Kuzma. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Lakers lead by... Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 19 points. And Kyle Kuzma here on this Lakers team. He was an impact rookie. And that...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by James.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Checking out the group of Frank Vogel to start the second half. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the 1 spot. Shot is good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Damian Lillard.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
Lillard finds Cantor. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Pass to Jones. Back to Cantor. Here's Trent. On the wing, Jones. Clock at 6. Here's Lillard. Count that one.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Lillard outside. Sinks the triple. Lillard's got 17 now.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on the roll and knock him down.
James looking it over. Takes it from 10. It doesn't go for him. Excellent D that time from Jones. Covington passes to Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
How about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Pass to LeBron. Fires for 3. And again, LeBron missing. Trailblazers trail by 4. Shoots the 3. Lillard misses. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Here's Gasol. LeBron right side. A second chance effort. And Jones sends it back. 3 on 3. He kicks it to Cantor. Passes to Trent. Here is Lillard from outside the arc. Kept alive. Cantor kicks it out to Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
And again, the Lakers no good.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
For the lead. Out left to the wing. For the tie, Gasol with the steal. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Caldwell Pope, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call.
Take a break.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Both good from the line that time.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Anthony left side. Simons the pass to Cantor. Over Harrell to the inside. Here's Anthony. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Lakers take it the other way. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role, tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets, and he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Caldwell Pope's got 4 this quarter.
Hey, it's not easy trying to stick with Caldwell Pope now, especially when he leaks out in transition.
The pass to Cameron. Hood against Caldwell Pope. Hood, the pass to Cameron. Over Harrell. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Cantor. Here's McKinney, covered by Hood. Out to the right wing. Here's Kuzma. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Lakers lead by 8.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We come back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a 2 guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter. So it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the floor for Portland, we've got Anthony. Also Ennis Cantor out there. Derek Jones is out there with Rodney Hood. And it's Simons in at the 1.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Damian Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Los Angeles making a switch here. And so Hood will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They trail by 11. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Here's Lillard, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Trailblazers. On Saturday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for their matchup with New Orleans, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shot.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during that last timeout, I listened to Frank Vogel talk to his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Thanks, David. Here's Lillard, and he uses the glass on the layup. Lillard's got 24 points.
What strength from Lillard, just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
Over in the corner, Dudley. Pass to LeBron. To the middle. Here's Gasol. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Lillard finds Hood. Back to Lillard. Gasol with the steal. And now the fast break. Matthews with the ball. Pass to Gasol. To the wing on the left. Ball's knocked loose. And here's the fast break. Up the floor. Hood dishes to Jones. Back to Hood. Dudley against Anthony. Now, here's Lillard. Tight defense on him. On the clock. And it's good. 2 points. Lillard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Passes it to Dudley. Caruso kicks to Dudley. Here's James.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Lakers leading by 9. Here's Caruso. The 9-foot shot. And too long on the shot. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
You know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
There's the pass to LeBron. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And the dunk by LeBron.
You know, part of being an outstanding point forward like LeBron is mastering the pick and roll, and trust me when I say it now, he masters the pick and roll. You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
.102 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, that's one of the reasons LeBron is so hard to defend. He puts you in a tough spot, forces you to foul him because he's so strong and athletic, and then he gets himself to the line.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Morris is checked in for Dudley. Caldwell Pope comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. Lillard outside for the 3. Hits it from three-point range.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
LeBron passes to Gasol. Back to LeBron. Covington with the steal.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Caldwell Pope kicks to James. From deep. Off target. And so the Lakers take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge. And in the locker room, each guy has been going over. And here we can check out the score for LeBron James.
And guys, I think the grind of the season is catching up with him a little bit. It comes across in his rebounding numbers. Over the past 5 games, they've taken a tumble. He seems to be wearing down a bit. Maybe tonight, though, he can get his legs back under it.
And now the Lakers starting group. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's LeBron James. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the shooting guard position. And for Dallas, Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 1. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Here's James. Nice D from Doncic. Now the Mavericks with it. It's a 3-point game. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Well, what did them in was all the missed free throws. It could have been a much different outcome.
I thought the frustration at the line was evident, and it makes it easy on the defense when you're not capitalizing once they put you at the free throw line.
Bucket is good, and players getting some rest during the All-Star break, but also, Doris, having a chance to refocus on their mission.
Kevin, you absolutely sense the urgency increase right after the All-Star break. The best tend to want to make their move and be playing their best basketball, and so the competitiveness goes skyrocketing.
The Mavericks have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Doncic with it, guarded now by Morris. Morris with the block.
And when Morris is protecting the rim with that kind of effort, what a lift for his group.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley-Stein. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. Here's Richardson, and a slam dunk by Richardson.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Free throw, no good for LeBron.
I don't know how often we can say we get to watch a once-in-a-generation talent, but how lucky are we to watch LeBron do his thing.
Good on the three-point shot.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
James against Doncic. From about 16, Cauley Stein grabs the board.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Count it, good. Doncic has got 5.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Doncic against LeBron. From past the arc. The shot will not fall. Now Dallas takes it the other way. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And LeBron throws it down.
The elevation and athleticism of LeBron at his size, just incredible.
Doncic against LeBron, and the dunk by Doncic.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. On the Mavericks with some changes, Hardaway comes in for Luka Doncic, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Brunson against Schroeder. On the wing, Hardaway. Pass to Cauley Stein. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Cauley Stein's got his second basket of the game.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Here's Schroeder. Good, nice job down low.
Well, this is what you must do when you get hit on a field goal attempt, right? Schroeder keeps his concentration. What maturity he's demonstrated these last couple of years.
Now here's Brunson. 26 points for him last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
I thought his physicality was crucial, too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Los Angeles. Alex Caruso comes in for Dennis Schroeder. Here's Hardaway. His last outing, he had 24 points. Brunson the pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
And that one's good, Caruso. Now here's Brunson. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Mavericks ahead. They lead by 14. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. And a comfortable margin for the Mavericks here, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So the Lakers 5 right now. They've got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Caruso in at the point guard position. The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the game.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
James in the post. Brunson covering. LeBron shot is off. On the wing, Hardaway. To the inside. Brunson, good. Brunson's got his first basket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Schroeder passes to Gasol. Caldwell Pope kicks it over to Schroeder. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Well, coaches love seeing this from Dennis Schroeder. Recognize the situation, find the open teammate.
James up top. Run, hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Here's Brunson. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Pass to Marjanovic. And Gasol sends it back.
What defensive instincts. What timing by Marc Gasol. Nice block.
And it's denied. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Burke with the ball. Pass to Kleba. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And the shot goes in.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Gasol against Marjanovic. Out to the wing. Drops in the layup for 2.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And Doris, as if it were destiny, Kleba grew up in the same hometown as Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki.
And this is a fun and extraordinary story to tell, because in 2017, Kleba texted with Nowitzki before signing with Dallas. But though they come from the same town, they didn't know each other until they became teammates. That's extraordinary.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Doncic looking it over. Inside, here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Here's James. It's rebounded by Dallas. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Here's Richardson. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
The basket counts, and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. Lakers shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. Free throw good, LeBron. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They lead by 14. Doncic against LeBron. The layup missed. For Los Angeles, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And that one's good, Caruso.
Sees his man, has the angle on the interior, and drops a dime right there.
Doncic with it. Now guarded by Harrell. Kuzma against Doncic.
Oh, you watch LeBron, not a prolific shot blocker, but when he wants to get it done, he is emphatic. Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, another turnover there. But, guys, overall, they've taken really good care of the basketball.
Lakers trail by 12. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Doncic with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. A pass to Porzingis. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Just leave it at the rim and let the big man do the rest. KP with the nice finish.
Here's James, and finished off by LeBron.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Richardson with it. 1 second left. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so we wrap up the first half. Mavericks lead by 12.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 11 points. Now that the unicorn is healthy, Shaq. And
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been a clinic out there by James.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Then there's Maxi Kleber. Then there's Burke, and it's a 1-2 in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
You have got to commend Powell on his positioning. I tell you, he buries himself deep, and he's going to sky for that slam dunk.
And here is LeBron. 21 points in the game. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Porzingis. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
James looking it over. Got a hand on it.
Powell is exceptional at timing for blocks, rises up and sends it back.
The 1-2 passes to Kleber. Here's the break. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to 10 on the bucket from Caldwell Pope.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some hope.
And once Schroeder was asked to name his favorite NBA city, I believe it surprised a lot of fans when he said Milwaukee.
That's right, Greg, but he cited the strong German culture there. Schroeder, of course, went straight from Germany to the NBA. He relied on his athleticism early on, but now he's seeing the game much better, plays under control, can lead the team. He has had a tremendous amount of growth.
And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Boy, and the foul. Doncic has got great upper body strength, completes the play. Nicely done.
Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Marc Gasol.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other. Well, to see him now, it's hard to believe Montrezl Harrell was a second-round pick, but this guy is a passionate NBA player, and he's worked hard to improve his skill set.
Here's Doncic. Here's Cauley Stein. Nice work on the board. He's paying off with the basket. Cauley Stein's got 8 points.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Now the pass to Schroeder. Harrell kicks it over to Schroeder. Stolen. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Doncic. Tips it up. It's good on the putback. Cauley Stein's got 4 this quarter.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Here's Horton Tucker. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Hardaway. Powell with it. Picked up by Kuzma. The shot by Powell, no good.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Wow, that is just pretty right there. What a find for his teammate at the rim.
Richardson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Doncic.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Brunson against Kuzma. They get it back. Brunson the pass to Richardson. A three-pointer off the mark. Lakers trail by 12. Here's Caruso. It's rebounded by Dallas. Cauley Stein's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Brunson with a clean look. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Lakers have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Count it. Schroeder's got his second basket.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
Richardson outside. Finney-Smith kicks to Brunson. Down low. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
This is one of those nights. Mistake after mistake, a comedy of errors.
So both teams making some changes here. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. To the paint. And stolen by Harrell. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Caldwell Pope.
And the long strides of KCP. Dangerous changing ends there, and he loves to finish in space.
Here's Brunson, and you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
And so it's Dallas, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We'll return shortly. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Markieff Morris is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's LeBron in at the point guard. Kuzma. And Kuzma stays with it.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Now, Brunson. Six to shoot. Shoots from the elbow and misses it off the right side of the rim.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Shoots from the baseline. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Hardaway. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 12.
Well, this is a big part of what Dwight Powell needs to do. Battle hard on the offensive glass, turn those second chance opportunities into points.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. And that'll be his third foul so far. And the Lakers with possession here. Back to Caldwell Pope. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. In the corner, it's James. And James throws it down.
Well, it doesn't take much for LeBron James to find his rhythm. The king right now making it look effortless.
LeBron against Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
Morris with the bucket.
Well, there's the intensity of Morris. Playing angry, finishing through contact. Nice.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Baseline jumper. Up again, and Gasol able to finish. Gasol's got his first bucket in this one.
A great pursuit of the basketball from Marc Gasol. One thing we know is he will rebound out of his area.
Up top, Doncic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. James has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Up and in on the layup. LeBron's got 31.
You love the focus from LeBron James. He's near the rim, so he's got to use his size and his skill to full advantage.
Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge. Oh, he loves this. Just blows past defenders, takes it strong to the rack.
Doncic against James. Doncic dishes to Hardaway. Down low. Got a piece of it. Gasol with the steal.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here. King James with ice water in his veins. An absolutely breathtaking player.
Here's Doncic. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. He'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes back up. It's good.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Here's James. It falls. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
The defense really doing their best to body LeBron James, but he is just a physical beast who cannot be contained.
And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That is his first foul of the game.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Now, here's Kleba.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, you love a guy who gets himself to the line, takes his time, and makes the free throws. Complete professional.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean,
Back on and post spin and a big one-handed slam.
After a lot of hype and anticipation, the $250,000 My Team Unlimited tournament officially has a new champion.
The finals this past weekend was a clash of titans, with Ty Debo, aka Two-Way Rocco, on one side.
We're going to show the community that defense matters.
Good. We are new.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Looking now at some numbers for Paul George.
And guys, this effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. They'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the 1. And for the Clippers, Batum is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3. Now here's Beverley. And Batum kicks to Beverley. Inside, Ibaka. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. They get Marc Gasol.
At times in his career, Ibaka has looked out of control when forced to finish through defenders. That time keeps his poise and reaps the benefits.
This is the time of year when teams can start to lose their focus just a little bit. How tough is it, do you think, to stay motivated at this stage of a long season?
Well, teams who have big aspirations, Kevin, aren't suffering through any of this. The other teams that are trying to be acutely aware of the potential of their team are watching their players very intently as to whether their focus can be maintained during the next 2 to 3 weeks of this season. I just feel like Patrick Beverley has incredible awareness for every second that he plays on the floor. Spots the wide open man, gets it to him.
Morris finds Schroeder. Shot clock at 6. Here is Ibaka. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. Leonard the pass to Batum. To the inside. On the wing, Batum. Pass to Beverly. Back to George. Lets it go from deep. Gasol with the rebound. Caldwell Pope with it. George picks him up. Morris, left side. Back to James. And finished off by LeBron.
LeBron not messing around. That time in the paint, close to the rim, smelling blood.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. Clippers moving the ball around. Over in the corner, Batum. The pass to Beverly to the middle. And Ibaka kicks to Beverly. Off target with his three. Lakers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And Schroeder did not even have to think twice about that shot. This young man simply devours these chances inside.
In the corner, George with it. On the wing, Batum. Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. Outside for George. Rejected by Gasol. Here's James, and the dunk by James.
I'm just trying to think of how many times LeBron looks like he's off balance or in a spot he doesn't want to be. Doesn't happen all that often. 2 more there.
Now, here's George. 17 points for him last game against Golden State.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Here's LeBron. Lays it up off the glass. LeBron's got 8.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Beverly against Schroeder. In low, and Beverly kicks to Ibaka. And close, and that one's good. Beverly.
Yeah, kind of tough on the defense when you let Beverly beat you on the inside. That can get his confidence going from the outside. So damage from the paint that time.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
It's the all-around game of LeBron James. Dominant scorer, great rebounder, incredible passer, and an intense defender when he wants to be.
Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. He's got 12.
And he waited for the last possible minute to get that one off. Made a sick adjustment right before he let it go.
Jackson passes to Zubac. LeBron grabs the miss.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. And so here are the Clippers. After the basket by the Lakers. And stolen by Kuzma. Fast break, the Lakers moving it up. Here's Harrell. Kicks it out to James. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Just shake your head at the size of LeBron James, and once he gets into the paint and gets pinballed around, he gets that contact and finds free throws.
Now Williams, 14 points from him the last game against Golden State.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Oh, what a jam! You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right? Well, when you're given the ball as much as Lou Williams has gotten it through the years, he's experienced enough to make those kind of plays.
And the dunk by LeBron.
My goodness, I didn't think they could top that last dunk, but it only took them a couple seconds.
Not much defense, Greg, on those last few possessions, but does anyone mind?
Not
no.
at all.
Here's Jackson. Passes to Zubats. Knocks down the 10-footer. Zubats has got 4 points in the quarter.
Check out the vision from Jackson. Doesn't have to make the flashy play, just wants to make the right play.
And Kuzma has it in the corner. Here's Harrell. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Here's Williams. Zubats kicks to Kennard. Beyond the arc. No good on that one. And the Lakers take it the other way. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And it could have been a lot closer than it was down the stretch, though. They were terrific.
Yeah, that really was the difference. When it came down to crunch time, there was just no let-up. They made sure to finish strong and not allow any chance for the opponent to come back.
Williams passes to Zubats. Comes up empty down low.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
And stolen by Williams. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And Morris throws it down.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
James looking around. Five on the clock. Stolen by Jackson. One-on-one fast break. Here's Morris. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Jackson against LeBron. Goes up the baseline. That one falls. James has got 6 here in this quarter. I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Shot clock at 5. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. Rebounded by the Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, that had to have been #1 priority for the coaching staff coming into this one, limiting those turnovers and making sure they don't beat themselves this time.
He gets that one.
Such a dynamic scorer, inside, outside, it really doesn't matter. Lou Williams is a huge threat to score, especially coming off the bench.
And it's Harrell at the elbow. Pass to Caruso. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. James outside. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. LeBron's got the lead up to 13 now for the Lakers. Clippers have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Outside Jackson. Morris outside. The kick out to Williams. Wants to get it to Zubats, and does. Jackson from long range. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Leonard inside. He's guarded by Schroeder.
And the defender was slow reacting, didn't fully account for Kawhi's quickness. Slow played him and gets to the free throw line.
The Clippers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. Leonard hits them both.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Here's LeBron. Off with the layup. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He ended up with 24 points. Well, with all... That's all for now. Say goodbye to...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So the Lakers 5 right now. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the one spot.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Lakers leading by 9.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Kicks it out to Schroeder. Caldwell Pope outside. 6 on the shot clock. Over to the wing. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Second chance shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And when he's inside, Gasol has such intensity, and oftentimes the defense will get sloppy trying to contest.
Well, we know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there, the league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, smartphone, or your computer.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. Pass to LeBron. Here's Morris. That's tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 9-point game. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
Morris passes to Harrell. Here's Horton Tucker. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Lakers shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
For the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Nicholas Batum. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Harrell, that's good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Williams, and it's the Clippers scoring again. Lakers leading by 8. To the left wing, back to Schroeder. Caldwell Pope dishes to Harrell. Schroeder outside. And it's Harrell missing. The Clippers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. And it's Leonard missing.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
And stolen by Harrell. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Marcus Morris is checked in for Serge Ibaka. And the Lakers also making a switch. Caruso's checked in. Outside Williams. The pass to Zubats. An easy 2 points on the layup. Zubats has got 6 points.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Harrell, the pass to Horton Tucker. Caldwell Pope with it. Caruso kicks to Caldwell Pope. Kuzma outside. Caldwell Pope outside. Feeds to Harrell. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
A 3-time Sixth Man of the Year. Last season, Lou Williams named his newborn son 6 in honor of his success in that role.
We talk a lot about the Mount Rushmore of the game's greatest players. Maybe we could start to chisel out the 6th men of the year in the NBA. Lou Williams would have to get some serious consideration for that monument.
Got a piece of it. Williams with the steal. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And here's Kuzma. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Horton Tucker, that's good.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Clippers trail by 9. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Williams passes to Zubats. Out to Morris. Back to Zubats. Outside Williams. Lock at 6. Outside for George. And Zubats picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Caruso. With 1 on the clock. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubats. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And it's Beverly missing. Lakers leading by 11. Here's James. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Marcus Morris picks one up there. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
And they'll keep possession. George against Caldwell Pope.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Now here's Beverly. Defense right on him. Off target at the rim. All going up court. Morris, no good.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Leonard, no luck. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Passes it to Gasol. Lakers working the ball around now. James, the pass to Gasol. 6 to shoot. That shot, no good. Excellent D there from George. And they're running. Here's Leonard, kicked away. And now LeBron pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Love how quickly the King got out there. The first 2 steps getting that break started.
Beverly with the ball. He kicks to Leonard. Good work there as it goes.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Inside, here's Gasol. They shoot again, and LeBron with the nice bucket inside. James has got 5 points now this quarter.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Here's Ibaka, a rebound by the Lakers. Gasol's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to LeBron. Paul George with the steal. Ibaka goes in, and Ibaka slams it in.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
Pass to Morris. Now here's James. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. James outside. Shot clock at 6. And the dunk by James.
Yeah, LeBron showing all the ways that he can dominate a game here on another level in this one.
Now here's Beverly. He dishes it to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. Gasol with the steal.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Lakers.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for LeBron.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And it's Beverly missing. So it's the Lakers now. Here in the 4th, they've allowed just 4 points. Great D that time from Leonard. There's 37 seconds left in the 4th. Batum. Gasol with the defensive effort. Here's Caldwell Pope, and it's sent back by George. The drive by LeBron. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
LeBron outside. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony.
Look at this.
Absolutely insane.
After shooting.
It's just about game time. The Blazers never looked more confident than they see the stat sheet here for LeBron James.
His assist numbers in the past 5 games have gone in the wrong direction. He's been out of sync with his teammates, sort of playing on an island instead of as part of a 5-man unit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Trent in at the shooting guard. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Schroeder in at the point. Lillard, the pass to Kanter. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Tonight, Greg, 2 teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you played.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Here's LeBron, and the dunk by LeBron.
And the recognition Gasol has is tremendous. I mean, you can't leave anyone open or he'll find it.
Lillard fires away from way outside. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Lakers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. LeBron James on the wing. Gasol dishes to LeBron. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Enes Kanter.
I mean, James is like a freight train moving to the rim. He's so effective at getting the D to hit him when he's on the attack.
That one misses.
And the chance to take the lead gets away because of the miss.
Lillard finds Kanter. Lillard against Gasol. Great positioning on the putback.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Kanter gets a lot of his points this way.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. To the paint. Here's James. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. James has got 5 points so far.
A nice start for them offensively. 3 of 4 to kick things off.
Portland moving the ball around. Jones, the pass to Kanter. Oh, he just jams it right over LeBron. Wow.
When you pair Kanter's strong frame with his scorer's mentality, you get a guy that loves to dunk.
And the pass to James. Gasol trying to free himself up. Second shot opportunity, and LeBron with the layup. He's got 7.
And getting after it on the offensive glass and adding to that early total with the putback.
Wow, he's coming out with a lot of energy tonight. He's looking strong.
Now, here's Lillard. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Phoenix.
And it was the little things, too. I mean, getting to the line, finding ways to get his points any way possible.
Here's Gasol, following the score by Damian Lillard. Here's James, and finished off by LeBron.
That's just crazy athleticism from James. His vertical is through the roof.
Lillard looking around. Covington trying to break free.
how about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Jones against LeBron.
All right, a chance to check.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. The first free throw is good.
For all those people waiting for LeBron to start showing his age, you might not want to start holding your breath. This man's got a lot of time left in this game.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. 1:33 left in the first quarter. Lillard outside. Pass to Trent. Back to Lillard. To the inside. Cantor. Goes back up. And Lillard kicks to Cantor. Lillard. And it's Lillard on the follow. Lillard's got 9 points. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Trailing by 2. Pass to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Excellent court awareness. James has always had terrific instincts as a playmaker.
54 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Lillard, the pass to Trent. Lillard outside. They get it again. Passes it to Trent. Lillard outside. Tries again. Rebound the Lakers. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
And when the bench steps up, it takes pressure off the starters. And they stepped up big in that game.
To the right side. Jones against Kuzma. Covington dishes to Jones. Back to Covington. 4 on the clock. Lillard with no one around. And it's Lillard again missing. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And back with the start of the second quarter. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is stiff.
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say we want to start fast? Now let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
They've got Kyle Kuzma. He's out there with Harrell. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 3 slot. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Here's Anthony. Nice move. Rebound by Harrell.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Outside Anthony. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Hood drives in. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I like it whenever Hood takes initiative. Not just settling for the shot, but making things happen.
Kuzma outside. Winner passes to Horton Tucker. Here's Caruso. The shot, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Simons surveying the D. Back to Anthony. Down low. Here's Cantor. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
James checked in for the Lakers. And Portland with a change here, too. Little's checked in, and the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Well, it's such a boost. I mean, not something you want to have to count on every night, but you can tell how much they trust their reserves.
Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Suns.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns.
That's a great dunk!
Freakish athletically.
That's how you do it. And even if you wanted to box out LeBron, the man is too athletic, too strong. He finds ways to get to the ball.
Lillard with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Rejected by Gasol. A three from Morris. And Cantor pulls it down. Trailblazers leading by 4. Lillard outside. And he banks in the layup. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Covington against James. LeBron is doubled. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. And there's the pass to James. Latrey, shot clock at 3. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Schroeder, no good on the 3. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Pass to Lillard. Out to the right wing. And Lillard gets double teamed. Over James. And the rejection by James.
James is just a sensational shot blocker. You better check your rear view mirror. He's relentless.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Morris. Back to Schroeder. Shoots from the corner. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. James has got 15 points.
Defensively, I know we say it every game. You have to try to make someone other than LeBron beat you. Easier said than done.
And stolen by LeBron. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. I'm glad we got to see the Mobile One block once more. What a play.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Lillard from outside. No good on the shot. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Here's LeBron. Good work defensively by Lillard.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
It's good.
When Lillard goes to work in the screen and roll, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, you pretty much pick your poison with him in these sets.
LeBron outside. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Trailblazers lead by 8. And a chance down. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 16 points. Dame Lillard. Bad.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the 2-guard. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Schroeder. Pass to Trent. Lillard against LeBron. Here is Lillard. 18 points for him. And the rejection by LeBron. Passes it to Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Lillard's got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers. LeBron James on the wing. Defended by Covington. And finished off by Gasol.
Yeah, right to the rim. And once Gasol gets this close, he commits to flush.
James against Lillard. To the paint. And Kanter throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
And how about they don't waste any time matching that throwdown with one of their own.
A show of their determination right there. Lillard outside. He feeds it to Kanter, and Kanter throws it down.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
LeBron outside. Now the pass to Morris. He doesn't hit that one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Lillard way outside. But they recover it. Kanter kicks to Lillard. Pass to Kanter. Lillard dishes to Covington. Portland moving the ball around. The shot's good. And it's a 12-point Portland lead.
Embracing physical contact on the way up. Kanter seems to enjoy scoring right on the defense.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
And the Lakers making a change here. Caruso's checked in.
And Caldwell Pope just blows past defenders with his speed. Just a sensational finisher all around the bucket.
Simons, the pass to Little. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And the Trailblazers lead by 12. Harrell down low. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game.
And Melo, a skilled shooter. If he gets a clean look, you expect him to make it.
Now, you know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a role out on this team.
The putback. That one, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Portland leading by 14.
And Simons a bit undersized at that 2-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Great hustle on the part of Kuzma, outworking everyone else on the glass and getting a nice reward for it.
Feeds it to Little. And he lays it straight in.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. It's stolen by Anthony. Here we go, one-on-one. From outside, off the mark. Pass to Caruso. To the middle. Here's Kuzma. And the layup's good off the glass. Kuzma's got 4 this quarter.
Awesome at keeping his balance. Sometimes guarding Kuzma is impossible for the defense.
Not going to go that time. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We'll return shortly. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
We're getting stops after that start. We've been...
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. So the Lakers 5 right now. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wing. Marquise Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard position.
And James simply one of the best dunkers in NBA history, I have to say. Highly creative in how he throws it down.
Lillard attacking and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. 3-on-3. Anthony with the block. And even 3-on-3 break. And Gasol sends it back.
Trying to challenge Gasol, big-time two-way player. He gets it done on both ends.
Trailblazers leading by 10. The open shot, Lillard. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Lillard's got 22. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Hood kicks to Lillard. Puts up a 3. Tips it. It's good on the putback. Simons has got his first points of the game.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. James with it, now guarded by Hood. And James throws it down hard.
Man, you gotta love watching James Scott for the slam. I mean, demonstrating how high he can get up off the drive.
Lillard way outside. The long distance 3 is buried. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
I mean, logs his first 3 of the second half after nailing 2 in the first. They don't want to let this fella get going.
Gasol, no good. Trailblazers leading by 13. Now, here's Lillard. Takes a 3. Gasol with the rebound.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Floats it up for James. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, all you have to do is lob it up to James. His timing on these alley-oops, incredible.
Lillard way outside. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And that was a little bit of a range check.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
Well, Lillard has some ridiculous handles. His ball control simply sublime.
Lakers trail by 11. James, the pass to Gasol. Caldwell Pope outside. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got 4 assists in the game.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score.
Shooting foul, and so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during that last timeout, I listened to Frank Vogel talk to his team. He said, if we're going to pull this out, we have to do it as a team. We have to rely on one another, trust one another, and help one another. Let's go get this. Kevin, back to you.
Cantor finds Jones. 6 on the shot clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. 7-point differential. 51 seconds left in the game. Cantor, high post. Lillard fires away from way outside. And Cantor able to finish.
And once Cantor finds himself, he stays aggressive. I like how much he's looking to score right now.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, the game got away from them, but hopefully they've learned some things, and hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments next time.
Pass to Trent. Lillard outside. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by LeBron.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Oh, great instincts, relentless. Seems like he's getting to every miss.
And so it's Portland winning this one. They came in here and took care of business. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
limited tournament.
And checking out some numbers for Luka Doncic.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Josh Richardson. Cauley Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marquise Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the point.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more. Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, he said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
And for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's best when he lets the game come to him, when he's not forcing shots, not making things tough on himself, not making tough passes. You know, Smitty, a simple approach does wonders for him.
Kevin, you applaud the maturity of KCP to realize that. He knew he needed to change his game to improve. Focusing on making the easy play has made him a very valuable member of this team.
Cauley Stein, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
On the wing, Morris. Porzingis with the block. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Off the inbound. It's rebounded by Dallas.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
The drive by Doncic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Doncic has got 6.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Here's LeBron, and the dunk by LeBron.
As soon as you give him any room whatsoever, he is always looking to attack and make you pay.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Doncic passes to Cauley Stein. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Cauley Stein's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Out to Doncic. Off target from 3-point range.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Here's Doncic. Banked in off the glass. He's got 8. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree.
Josh Richardson with an athletic play at the rim. It's all about making sure you get a quality look, and that's one.
Here's James. Oh, that was something else.
Add that one to LeBron's highlight reel. How about the creativity in midair?
The drive by Doncic. And the shot goes in.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
LeBron kicks to Morris. Here's Gasol. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame. Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
It's his first trip to the line.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
And he makes the first.
What is there to say about LeBron that hasn't been said? One of the all-time greats who can completely carry a team.
Dallas making a switch here. Powell, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. Johnson comes in for Porzingis. Hardaway's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. In the corner, it's James. Harold dishes to LeBron. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Yeah, off contact, I'll take LeBron pretty much every time. Can't beat that kind of strength and body control.
.26 seconds left to play in the first. Powell, the pass to Hardaway. Harold with the block.
Plays with so much grit and toughness. Harold loves to wreak havoc on the defense.
And that one's good by LeBron.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, both teams in the zone early. Stops have been almost impossible to come by.
Back to Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
And that's what you want to see more of from James Johnson, being authoritative at the rim.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We come back right after this. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Dallas, Johnson is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Brunson in at the point.
Just another part of what makes Gasol so special, the vision to locate the open man.
Outside Hardaway. Back to Brunson. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
James looking around. Pass to Morris, and it's Schroeder in the corner. Morris kicks to LeBron. From deep. Another shot at the elbow. It's Gasol. Lakers working the ball around now. Tries yet again. Morris finds James over Johnson. Here's Gasol. Guarded by Powell. Here's Schroeder. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Dallas leading by 5. Johnson dishes to Powell. And the rejection by James.
On the ball, off the ball, LeBron can really protect the rim.
Basket good.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Now here's Brunson. Last game, 26 points. To the inside. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Richardson's checked in. The putback, Harrell. Great positioning on the putback.
A terrific offensive rebounder. Harrell's energy is what helps him collect second chance opportunities.
Here's Brunson. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3. Quarter 2, and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Schroeder, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Steve, as we get into the middle of the season, do you feel we have a good idea of who the contenders are at this point?
The major forces, Kevin, you know for sure where they are. There are always some teams you can't tell if they're legit or not just yet. And you know, Dennis Schroeder, from the moment he came into the league, showed tremendous confidence. He's never been the type to back down.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Porzingis is coming in for Maxi Kleber. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Jalen Brunson. For Dallas, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Doncic is checked in for Hardaway.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And stolen by Cauley-Stein. 4-on-1, and they're running. Jumps up, and the dunk by Doncic.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, disciplined, and that's a beautiful pass.
Schroeder against Richardson. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. That's tipped.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And Doncic throws it down.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Here's Horton Tucker. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Richardson kicks to Cauley-Stein. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now, here's Doncic. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. That free throw good from Doncic.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
Here's Schroeder. 11 points for him in that last game against Indiana.
And he wreaked havoc on defense with 4 steals for the game.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
And the rejection by Harrell. Here's Caruso. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Richardson finds Cauley-Stein. Doncic with it. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Doncic has got the lead up to 12 now for the Mavs. Here's Caruso. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the shot goes down.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Up top, Doncic. He's guarded by Schroeder. And the rejection by Harrell.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Schroeder. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it...
And so it's Dallas enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
41.
Greetings to Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 21 points, 2 rebounds, and
after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the 1 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Now James. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Here's James. Gasol trying to free himself up, and he goes out of bounds. That went off Porzingis. A different look for Dallas. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. James. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
Crazy to think about how many seasons LeBron's played and how many nights we've seen him do this.
Richardson outside. Inside. Here's Cauley Stein. Rejected by Gasol. But he gets it back. Hardaway with a wide open look. Drains it from beyond the arc. Hardaway has got 5 points so far.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and it's Schroeder missing.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Richardson the pass to Brunson. And Gasol sends it back.
Gasol with those long arms is a shot-blocking expert, especially down low.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Dwight Powell comes in for Cauley Stein. And it's Maxi Kleber in for Porzingis. And the dunk by Powell.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
James outside. Over Hardaway. And LeBron James gets it to go. James has got 19 points.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Brunson kicks to Powell. Kleber inside. Covered by Morris. The drive by James. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
Defensively, you want to take away LeBron's driving lanes, but his speed and power still went out.
Brunson finds Hardaway. The Mavericks shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And the first one drops. Johnson, he's checked in for Dallas. And he makes both free throws. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Horton Tucker, and he gets the bucket.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That's his first foul. Powell in the high post. He's up against Gasol.
And that's miscue number 2 for them tonight. On the whole, they've been doing a great job of taking care of the basketball.
Getting hit on the way up, the ability to finish in traffic might be Harrell's strongest attribute offensively.
Gasol against Brunson. Kleba, the pass to Powell. Kicks it out to Johnson. 2 points. That one goes. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
Yeah, James Johnson off the drive. Big, strong, but also very skilled.
Here's Caruso. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. For Los Angeles, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. Dallas also making some changes. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Maxi Kleba. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Doncic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
You just never know what Doncic is going to do. I mean, which is one of the reasons he gets the defense to foul it.
So he gets them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Caldwell Pope passes to Horton Tucker. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Horton Tucker's got 4 points in the quarter. Mavericks leading by 13. Here's Doncic. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
Here's Caruso, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Floats it up for Doncic. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Alex Caruso. Porzingis, he's checked in for Dallas. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
To the middle. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Caldwell Pope. It's rebounded by Dallas. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Here's Doncic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got 30.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we'll be back with you shortly. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. Richardson is out there with Doncic. Then there's Cauley Stein. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Doncic against Gasol. Out to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Here's LeBron. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Here's Finney-Smith. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Here's Schroeder. Gasol trying to free himself up, and that one's good. Schroeder.
Nice recognition by Schroeder. Loving the mid-range, just taking what the defense allows.
Doncic passes to Cauley-Stein. Richardson gets a wide-open look. Another three for Dallas.
You just can't afford to leave open shooters in this league. Everyone is practicing the three.
Porzingis with the ball. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Tries it from 9. And there's Richardson on the assist from Cauley-Stein. And that's now 9 points for Josh Richardson. The drive by James. That one doesn't go. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. From deep, Richardson buries the long-range jumper. Richardson's got 8 here in the quarter.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
The deep three from Porzingis. Rebound the Lakers.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Somebody's got to rotate over, but who wants to step in front of LeBron?
And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. A lot of talk about receding in the playoffs when you got down to the final 4 teams. If it ensures the 2 best teams make the finals, it would seem to me, Greg, to be worth it. What about you?
You know, it could be. I think about the worldwide attention on that championship round, but you got to get the Eastern Conference teams to sign off on that. And, you know, we've seen it happen in the past where the power shifts from one conference to the other, but ultimately nothing better than seeing the 2 best teams play for it all.
And the dunk by James.
Powerful high flyer. LeBron attacks the rim like no one else.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebound the Lakers. Morris has got his 5th rebound in this one. And the dunk by James.
He is a scoring machine right now, but he needs more support from his teammates if they want to win this one.
LeBron against Doncic. Over LeBron. And it's Doncic missing.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And part of an overall effort for Kentavious going for higher percentage shots. That time working inside. And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Dallas.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Luka Doncic.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
And the basket is good.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Gasol finds Caldwell Pope. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. The drive by James. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carryovers into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Out to Porzingis. That 3 off the mark. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it.
tournament.
In the third and final contest, Splash opened up with a pick and roll dunk and Havlicek 3-ball to take a quick.
You're looking live and down at the Staples Center in. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Batum is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marcus Gasol is out there with Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. Now here's Caldwell Pope, and it's Schroeder in the corner. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The great fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. On the wing, Morris. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Lakers have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. And the technical free throw is good.
A sharpshooter with a quick trigger release, Caldwell Pope is known for being an efficient scorer.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. James kicks it over to Schroeder. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. 6 to shoot. LeBron James on the wing. The rebound by Ibaka. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Leonard the pass to George. Good work defensively by Morris. Fast break, the Lakers. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Gasol.
Tell you what, if he's within shouting distance of the basket, he's going to get his buckets. You can count on that.
Leonard on the wing. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Outside for Batum. And stolen by James. Fast break, the Lakers. And another shot. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Just insane length and leaping ability. Ibaka can reject shots from anywhere on the floor.
You know, no time wasted getting that ball up the floor for the uncontested finish.
Beverly against Schroeder. There's the pass to Morris. Here's LeBron. Schroeder kicks to LeBron. Morris passes to Caldwell Pope. Back to James. 5 to shoot. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. George with the defensive effort.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
And that one's good. Beverly.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
The drive by James.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's diving inside, he's looking for the punch.
Ibaka looking for an opening. George finds Beverly. Back to George. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give him a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Schroeder kicks to Caruso. Stolen by George. Batum with the ball. Picked up by Kuzma. A shot by Batum, no good. For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against the Pacers. And the shot is good.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Morris outside. Wants to get it to Zubac, and does. Clock at 4. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Schroeder. Good on the bucket.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Williams finds Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Here's Horton Tucker. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Pass to Caruso. And the rejection by Zubac. Batum passes to Williams. And stolen by Kuzma. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Caruso. No good that time. George with the defensive effort. Morris right side. Williams against Schroeder. Out to Morris. The three. To the paint. Deflects the pass. The Clippers need to get off a shot. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Lakers. They defeated Indiana in their last.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, they're
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Lakers ahead, up by 2. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Lakers here so far, guys.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the 1. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter.
You know, once he takes that first step, LeBron is virtually unstoppable. Raw athleticism gives him the upper hand.
Rejected by Gasol. Now here's Schroeder. 11 points for him in that last game against Indiana.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, you got to be careful how you defend Caldwell Pope because he's got great speed and he knows how to use it to draw contact.
For the Clippers, Serge Ibaka. He's checked in for Zubac. Leonard comes in for Morris, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. Here's Kennard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Kennard's got his first points in this one.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
James, the pass to Morris. To the left side wing. Kicks it to James. Lakers working the ball around now. Over in the corner, Gasol. Leonard with the steal. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. LeBron dishes to Gasol. Leonard against Schroeder. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the field.
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Back to Jackson. Pass to Kennard. And Gasol sends it back. Fast break, the Lakers. James with the ball. That one drops for him. Now it's a 7-point Laker lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Dennis Schroeder. The Clippers also making some changes. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And Paul George is subbed in for Jackson. James looking it over. Over Batum. And it's off the back rim. No good. Clippers trail by 7. Here's Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Morris finds James. 1:24 left to play here in the half. That shot off the mark. Ibaka with some nice D. Here's George. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And George is very capable at knocking down difficult shots. I mean, because of his size and stroke and ball handling and his added strength, he's able.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Yep, it counts.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
LeBron passes to Horton Tucker. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Horton Tucker's got his second bucket.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Morris passes to Zubac. 2 on the clock, and it's good on the layup. Zubac has got 6 points.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Best. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 16 points, 2. And that should do.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been a clinic out there by James.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Batum, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Morris kicks to LeBron. Caldwell Pope for 3. He can't get it to go. And the Clippers will come the other way. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. It's stolen by Schroeder. And here's the fast break. LeBron with it. Leonard picks him up. And it's LeBron missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
George. And he banks in the layup. 6 points for him.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. Morris dishes to LeBron. They get a hand on it. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. And he hammers that one down right in the face of Marc Gasol.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
The drive by James and the dunk by James.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Passes it to Beverly. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Here's LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
Well, he's fantastic at playing to his strengths. Doesn't get outside of himself. I mean, when he's scoring at an efficient clip like that, he's hard to stop.
Batum finds Beverly. Back to Batum. Clippers moving the ball around. George passes to Ibaka. Outside for George. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Here's Schroeder. Offensive rebound. That shot off. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Leonard. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. They get Marc Gasol.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Kennard kicks to Leonard. And the pass to Zubac. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
And you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
Williams, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Pass to Caruso. There's 1:38 left in the third. Horton Tucker, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Harrell trying to free himself up. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, that's just outstanding focus on these hard finishes. I mean, Caldwell Pope fighting to score through contact and making it happen.
That free throw good from Caldwell Pope. Clippers trail by 4. Outside Williams. Outside for Jackson. Morris outside. Pass to Kennard. Now here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Break in the action means we can check out the best defensive teams in the league this season. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. The Lakers second.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Luke Kennard. And Georgia subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Here's Williams. To the inside. Caruso grabs the miss. Zubac kicks to Ibaka. Zubac's the pass to Ibaka. Makes it off the glass. Ibaka's got his first basket.
Yeah, high percentage look there for Ibaka. He can be automatic in there when given room.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Caruso. Caldwell Pope with it. Kuzma inside. He can't hit that time.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Lakers lead by 2. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then it's Montrezl Harrell, and it's Horton Tucker in at the 2. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Here's George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
I like the intensity that George plays with down inside. It's really what earns him a lot of these calls.
And it's tied up with that one.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Passes it to Kuzma. Lakers passing it around. LeBron with it. Here's Harrell. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And the Lakers lead by 2.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass. And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Kuzma. Buries it down low. And it's a 4-point Laker lead.
Boy, that's exactly the kind of strength Kuzma has to show, guys. I mean, take that contact, expect it, and still be able to convert. You've got to do that at this level.
Outside for George. This one for 3. The Lakers with the rebound. Kuzma inside. Defended by George. And it's Batum with the ball. Bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And it's blocked. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Some changes for the Lakers. Marcus All's checked in for Harrell. Markieff Morris comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. The pass to Batum. Outside Leonard to the wing right side. Clock at 6. Here's Ibaka. Outside Batum. Over Morris. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Pressure does not bother Batum. When the shot clock is low, he makes sure he gets off a good one.
Horton Tucker. The pass to LeBron. Poked away. Schroeder outside. Pass to Horton Tucker. Now Gasol. LeBron outside. It's stolen by Ibaka. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance.
You know, Batum is not just a scorer. He's a really good all-around player. Very effective at finding the open man, too.
It's deflected. And George, here we go. Here's Beverly. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 4th assist in this one. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Clippers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
The Clippers in the lead. Here's George. And it's sent back by Morris. They retain possession. Ibaka finds Leonard. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Pass to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. Outside Batum. His 3-pointers off the mark. Lakers have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Morris dishes to James, and James throws it down.
The magnitude of the moment not lost on LeBron James. He knows they needed a bucket there, and he's going to get it for them.
Beverly the pass to Ibaka. Lays it up and banks it in. Ibaka's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
With big stakes, big bucket. Ibaka showing he has the mettle to rise to the challenge.
Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. And George, here we go. Dishes it to Leonard. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got his 5th rebound in this one. Gasol passes to Horton Tucker. Stolen by Beverly. Leonard kicks to George. Back to Leonard. The 11-footer. George. It drops.
And because of Paul George's composure and even-keeled nature, his teammates have great trust in him in these situations.
And it's the Clippers' ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Down low. Back to Batum. Leonard on the wing. 3-pointer. Again, Leonard missing.
It's really a tale of 2 quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Zubac is checked in for Serge Ibaka. A big-time possession here.
Yeah, and their hearts must be going 100 miles an hour right now.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And James throws it down.
Well, they're having major trouble dealing with LeBron.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Well, Paul George has been sensational.
James against Beverly. Now here's LeBron. He's tightly guarded. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks, for